Repeated weighted sprint interval training has shown to significantly improve the acceleration phase of sprinting. Cronin and Hansen, 2006. Such training should consist of a sleigh pulled behind the athlete carrying enough weight to work at least 80% of maximal heart rate of the athlete. Distances should be kept to a maximum of 10 meters to replicate acceleration phase of sprinting. Set range may be from 2 to 5 sets. Maximal speed can be developed through similar techniques, this time beyond the 10-meter mark. A sprint parachute provides enough resistance to improve performance without compromising technique. Alcaraz, Palau, Elvira and Linthorne, 2008. Again, 2 to 5 sets should be completed. Distance should be no greater than 30 meters to replicate the middle distance of sprinting. The athlete may begin from a standstill or from a light jog, as long as they complete the required distance. Sprint performance can be developed through the use of plyometric training. Sprint-specific plyometric training works to reduce an athlete's contact time. Rimmer and Sliver, 2000. A gym-based training plan incorporating horizontal exercise should be used. For example, standing jumps. Randall, Cronin, Kyo and Gill, 2010. The sprinter should complete 10 sets of 3 jumps, standing still, both feet on the ground. The sprinter needs to jump as far forward as possible. An athlete can develop greater ground reaction force through a combination of hill sprints and leg bounding. Cronin and Hansen, 2006. The greater force produced running uphill has shown to transfer directly to sprint performance. Bogdanis, Neville, Lacamy and Bubis, 1998. To achieve this, a sprinter should complete 3 15-meter hill sprints at an incline of at least 40 degrees. 1 to 2 minute rest periods between sprints will be sufficient. Training techniques, including some form of equipment towing behind an athlete, has shown to improve horizontal force. Young, Benton and Pryor, 2001. When assessing muscle function during sprint phases, Markovic, Jukic, Milanovic and Matikos, 2007 reported a significant correlation between calf force production and acceleration performance, between hamstrings and speed performance, but
when athlete accelerates. Second stage is between 10 meters and 36 meters when athlete is attaining maximal speed. The third stage of sprinting is when athlete is maintaining maximal speed. Szymanik, 2012. Acceleration is important both in track sprinting and team games, where player has to attain maximal speed very quickly. Usual distance covered in sprint during team game, example football, is 10 to 30 meters. Brown and Weskovi, 2012. So, in short sprint, acceleration phase is the most important. In order to have better acceleration, sprinter has to produce more propulsive horizontal forces. Namula et al., 2007, Weyland et al., 2000, Miro et al., 1992. As velocity goes up, both horizontal and vertical forces increases. Kaiulayan et al., 2001. During acceleration phase of sprinting, percentage of horizontal forces are much higher than during maximal velocity sprint, where vertical forces remained relatively equal. Miro, 1988. Also, higher emphasis on vertical ground reaction forces during acceleration reduces acceleration phase. Hunter et al., 2005. This finding suggests that horizontal force has larger influence on acceleration phase. At the acceleration phase, body position has to be tilted forward. At maximal speed, body position is upright. Pelvic motion is minimal, but when speed increases, pelvic and trunk tilt forward, so center of mass is lowered and horizontal force produced. Novacek, 1998. Kruger and Jensen, 2010, in their experimental study examined if body position determines propulsive forces and therefore increase accelerations. They found that forward orientation of ground reaction forces is correlated with forward body position.
The physiology aspects of sprinting. There are 2 energy systems that are being used during sprinting. The one is aerobic system, which is concluded of ATP, CP and lactic acid. The other one is anaerobic system. Sprinting short distances such as 100 meter usually takes around 10 seconds for elite athletes. During this period, the anaerobic lactic system is where the energy is stored and start being used. It uses energy from ATP-CP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate, which is a chemical compound that is stored in most of the cells, mainly in muscle cells. During muscular contraction, ATP breaks down, therefore energy is being released. The continued muscular contraction requires ATP to be refilled quickly, and this is where creatine phosphate comes in, as it is a chemical compound that is stored in muscles, which when breaks down, it restores ATP. Although, because of its limited quantity, creatine phosphate only contributes to ATP refueling for the first few seconds of the intensive activity. ATP and creatine phosphate in muscle cells can power an all-out physical effort for up to 15 seconds. It also takes approximately 3 to 5 minutes to restore ATP system after an activity done, which requires a high demanding of strength and power. Therefore, 100 meter all-out sprint is a good exercise to maximally stress ATP-CP system with a proper rest time. Enhancing a muscle ATP-CP energy capacity, short, high-intensity repetitive exercises are advised. According to Costil et al. 1976, sprinters have more fast-twitch fibers than endurance athletes. There are 3 types of muscle fibers. Type 2A, which is a fast-contracting fiber with more oxidative metabolism. Type 2B fibers, which are fast-contracting fibers with glycolytic metabolism. And Type 1A fibers, which slow-contracting oxidative fibers. As sprinters has more fast-twitch fibers, they also have faster release of calcium by the muscles storage and by the enzyme that breaks down ATP inside myosin, according to Fitz and Redrick 1996.